What is poppin', fam? Party people. Sutton Reactions is back here for episode 23, the Jordan episode of Sutton Reactions. It is a beautiful Friday on January the 23rd, ironically enough. Uh, welcome in. Welcome in. Shout out to you guys for coming through to this episode of the show. Again, Sutton Reactions with your host here, Sutton Def. Please make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel as well. Whether you're watching on Sutton Reactions or if you're watching on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to Sutton Reactions. If you're watching on Purple Rain Podcast right now, go down to the description, click the link in the description to come to the actual Sutton Reactions channel. That way you can join our interactive on-screen chat. Otherwise, I won't be able to see your chat messages. I won't be able to see your comments, right? You can watch. You have the courtesy of watching on PRP, but if you want to join the discussion, you got to watch on the Sutton Reactions channel. Another housekeeping thing, if you are part of the Purple Rain Podcast, the Rain Gang, right? We are doing a jersey giveaway over there. If you do join our membership at the Rain Gang, I believe it's $4.99 a month. You know, maybe skip out on a coffee or something like that for one day. Join the membership. You get automatically entered to win a free Lamar Jackson jersey, color of your choosing. So good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming through to this episode. Let me give a shout out to everybody who's here in the chat. Let me see. Void is in the chat. Void was in here early, bright and early. Appreciate that, Void. Let me see. Asmodeus is in the chat. What's going on, Asmodeus? Herb is in the chat. Tila is in the chat. Stretch52 is in the chat. Chris is in the chat. Taurus is in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Happy Friday. We made it, y'all. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. Will Davis, what's up, man? Will Davis says, great pickup. I almost forgot. The Ravens hired their new head coach yesterday. Last night, the Ravens hired Jesse Minter to be their next head coach. Now, I wish I could get into the staff because we talked about it at length last night on PRP. It was a great episode. Me, Alex, Coach Evans, and Hoodie Ramey, we all talked about it for about an hour and a half. You know, how we felt about the Jesse Minter hiring. I love it personally. If you would have asked me 2 weeks ago how I would have felt about hiring Jesse Minter, I would have said, not really feeling it. But today I stand saying that I love it. I'm just standing by the phone. I'm standing by to see who these coordinators are, right? That's the most important part. No, that's the most important part of this all. ISO, what's going on, ISO? Good morning. Will Davis says, met you at Wawa. Really? You met me at Wawa? This had to be a long time ago. I haven't been to Wawa in a hot minute. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. I don't know. But if we did meet at Wawa, shout out to you. Long time no see. Hopefully you're doing well, Will. But Tila says people are stressing about. He says, "Yup," and Walter. Yep, that means we definitely, yeah, we definitely met because that's where I'm from. I'm from Waldorf. Oh no, Cam freeze again. This happens, guys. I didn't even run the intro. Welcome back to Sutton Reactions. Let's get into it back in 30. Yes, so like I said, welcome back, y'all, to Sudden Reactions. As I kicked it off with, I mean, look, Ravens head coach Jesse Minter. I love it. I think that he's going to be able to unlock a lot of the players on our defense. That's what I love the most about it. I'm thinking about guys like Kyle Hamilton. I'm thinking about guys like Mike Green, y'all. I'm thinking about guys like, hell, Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey. I know we have our reservations about them, but I think that Jesse Minter coming in and really being hands on with the defense like he was in LA. Again, I don't think it was any surprise. It was no surprise that it was no surprise that Adafe Owe ended up the season, getting 11 sacks or something like that, going completely nuclear in a playoff game. No surprise, right? Not a coincidence. I think that he will be able to teach some things here in Baltimore that will resonate with a lot of the players, and you'll see the best in them. Somebody asked me yesterday, like, do you think that, do you think that, we will be able to, and Alex just texted me. That's funny. But do you think that we'll be able to, damn, where was I going with this? Frick. Can't even freaking remember now. Alex, you just threw me off. Simply just text me. He's talking about the crazy stream last night. But no, I mean, basically, guys, I think that this defense has a lot to prove coming out next season. They kind of got embarrassed. A lot of people in the media were saying, "Oh, the Ravens' way is dead now." The defense is nowhere near where it used to be. But now, I think we're about to get back to the standard. I think we're about to get back to the standard. Guys like Adisa Isaac, hopefully, if he could be healthy, right? And some good coffee. Good coffee. Hashtag blame Alex. Ready for the next few days in free agency, Tila? Me too. Me too. Absolutely. I mean, free agency, draft. I mean, this whole offseason is going to be one hell of a ride. It's going to be an offseason unlike any other. And that's why I'm excited for it personally, as somebody who, covers this team 365 days a year. We have actual things to look forward to. I mean, if we were just going to run it back with Harbaugh, Munkin, and Zach Orr, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I would probably still be grieving over that Steelers loss right now. To be honest with you, I'd probably be over football because of just all the scar tissue that's been built up over the years with John Harbaugh and losing. You know, it feels like some of those scars are starting to heal now, right? But we got a long 8 months, so sit back, relax. Again, we got a while. We got a while till we get to see some more Ravens football. But in the meantime, we have shows like this, Sudden Reactions, where we don't talk about football all that much. We don't, you know? So, with that being said, I think it's time for us to go ahead and get into some of these reactions. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Remember, guys, like the video. Like the video if you're new here. Mm, man, I'm feeling good this morning. It was crazy. When I woke up this morning, actually, fun fact, I didn't go to bed until like 2 a.m. This morning because I was prepping for this show because I knew I was going to have to go live early. I told you guys yesterday, I have my parents visiting in town today, so I have to go pick them up from the airport in like 2 hours or so. So I won't be able to stay forever on this episode, right? But we are going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. You guys know we start with Liminal Horror. It's time. It's time. And guess what? We got 5 of them. We got 5 of them today, just like yesterday. And today I promise you, I am going over 500. Keep your own records, keep your own scores. Eventually, I'll have somebody hired to track that sort of stuff. But I promise you, I'm going at least 3-2 or better. At least 3-2 or better. Yesterday, I went 2-3. Day before that, I went 1-2. So, I mean, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week for me. But I'm bouncing back today. I am bouncing back today. Here we go. Here we go. Liminal Horror. First one. What do we got?
In 5 seconds, choose a random box. The box you choose will determine where you have to stay for a month.
All right, all right. Here we go. Where you got to stay for a month. Where are we staying for a month? One or two in the chat. One or two in the chat. One or two in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Where we going? Where we going? Y'all go ahead and throw y'all's in the chat. I'm gonna take a sip of this coffee here. Then I'm gonna tell y'all where I'm going. Right? Because I know how y'all like to do. Y'all like to fade Sutton, and I ain't letting that happen today. All right. I'm not looking at the chat. I promise you. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm gonna give y'all about 5-10 seconds to finish getting y'all answers in. Then I'm gonna get my answer. All right, all right. Here we go. Friday, man. It's feel good Friday, man. It's feel good Friday. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about my answer on this one. I think I'm gonna go with door number. Well, there's no doors. I'm gonna go with channel 2 because these look like channels. I'm gonna go with channel 2 on this one. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's tally them up before we see what our fate is. Let's see. Looking at the chat here. As Modi says, Sutton pick 1. You gotta choose 1. Sutton, stay away. I picked 2. ISO says 1. Taurus says 2. Will says 1. Tila says 2. Asmodia says 2. Chris says 2. Stretch says 2. Herb says 2. Okay. All right. So some of y'all rocking with me. Here we go. HBO channel in the late night. If you know, you know. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love Home Box Office in their little intro. Tila, I mean, whenever it comes on, or I'm watching like Game of Thrones, The Wire, anything like that that's on HBO, I always like repeat it with my own voice. It's weird. Okay. Door number 2 is for me and a lot of you guys, but those of you guys who picked door number 1, let's see your fate.
Month.
Gotta stay there for a month.
Box 1, the cabin in the woods. You are inside a small cabin surrounded by miles of forest. The forest is incredibly dark, and the branches are so thick that daylight cannot break through. Inside the cabin, there is a fireplace and a small bed. Food is difficult to obtain, but not impossible. You can find blackberry bushes and occasional apple trees in the forest. However,
I love blackberries.
You must be cautious. There is a creature called the Noctis. It is shaped
like
a human,
it's up.
has wings similar to a bat, and is very tall. It is incredibly hostile. There is a
incredibly hostile. So you get a flying demon that's incredibly hostile, and you're in this cabin in the woods where food is scarce. It's hard to find. You got to expose yourself and make yourself vulnerable to the demon if you want food. Oh yeah, y'all might be cooked. We might be 1-0, chat. All y'all who pick number 2, we might be 1-0. Let's keep listening.
A lantern somewhere in the cabin. Take it with you at all times. The Noctis hates light, and the lantern will protect you. Box 2, Forever Mart. This is a massive grocery store over 2 miles long. It contains nearly everything you can think of. Food is incredibly easy to obtain. Sleeping isn't an issue here either. There are 20 different break rooms with couches to rest in. Outside the grocery store lies endless fields of tall grass. You are not alone in the store. The manager is also there. He constantly roams the store. Do not let him see you. If he catches you in the store, he will throw you out, and you will not be able to get back in.
Not too much visuals on that last one, but from listening, it sounds like number 2 is the winner. It sounds like number 2 is the winner on that one. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie. So look, I'm gonna just 1-0. 1-0. We locked in, Taurus. Chris, Taurus. That was 2. The one with the elevator, that was 2. That was 2. Let me spin it back one more time. Let me see. Because it did come kind of quick. Let me see. Go back here. Right here.
Box 2, Forever Mart. This is a massive grocery store over 2 miles long. It contains nearly everything you can think of. Food is incredibly easy to obtain.
Damn, a massive grocery store 2 miles long? What the fuck?
Easy to obtain. Sleeping isn't an issue here either. There are 20 different break rooms with couches to rest in. Outside the grocery store lies endless fields of tall grass. You are not alone in the store.
Chris, you nasty.
The manager is also there. He constantly roams the store. Do not let him see you. If he catches you in the store, he will throw you out, and you will not be able to get back in.
See? Yeah, so we want to know. Team 2, we want to know. Let me just make sure. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Team 2 was Taurus. That's a W. Tila, that's a W. Asmodeus, that's a W. Chris, that's a W. Stretch, that's a W. Herb, that's a W. Hey, we want to know. We want to know, baby. We want to know. Let's keep it pushing, though. I'm liking my chances today to go over 500. Here we go. Number two. Here we go.
In 5 seconds, choose a random box. The box you choose will determine where you have to stay for a month. Tag the people you would trust to survive with you.
right. Got to stay for a month. Got to stay for a month here. Where are we going? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Take your pick. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Where are we going? You got to stay here for a month, 30 days. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm going to go with... Asmodeus says 4 is an unlucky number. Even though 4 got a W yesterday, I remember. I don't think it's going to be the winner today. Let me go with... You know what? I'm going to stick with my 2. I'm going to go with channel 2 on this one. I'm going to go with channel 2. What y'all got? What y'all got in here? Let me see. Taurus says 3. Will says break time over. Next time you're in the Dorf, beer on me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you. Hey, hit me up. Will, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. I don't know if we already follow each other, but hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. But 3. Okay. King Blaze says 3. Asmodeus says 3. Chris says 2. Void says 3. So Chris, you rocking with me again. Stretch says 4. ISO says 3. Tila says 4. Herb says 3. ISO says, nah, give me 1. 3 says Taurus. Sutton picks 2. I'm leaving. That's messed up. Tila says 4. It feels like every time I've gone with Taurus, I've been right. Every time me and Taurus on the same team, we end up being right. That's what it feels like. So I got a good feeling about this one too. I'm picking channel 2. Let's see y'all fate. All y'all who pick number 1. Who picked number 1? Let me see who's cooked. ISO. Well, you might not be cooked. Let's see. ISO is the only one who picked number 1. Here we go.
Box 1, the world's most dangerous prison. You are locked inside one of the most dangerous prisons in the world. The building is old, overcrowded, and constantly loud. You are not protected. Food is provided, but it is barely enough to survive. Water is available, but sometimes it is cut without warning. Sleeping conditions are terrible. You sleep in a small cell with other serial killers. There is no privacy at all. Violence can start at any moment. Fights happen daily. Some prisoners disappear and are never seen again. There is also a dangerous prisoner called Charles Bronson. Do not get into trouble with him. Guards do not intervene at all.
Charles Bronson. That's the alpha prisoner in this deadly prison. Excuse me. This deadly prison that you guys have to stay in for a month. Yeah, y'all who picked number 1, ISO. I think ISO was the only one who picked number 1. You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked. Chris says so. Regular prison. Well, no, I mean there's this Charles Bronson CB character here who apparently maybe he's like the demon. He's got like super. Let me just keep listening.
Because he is the strongest. Survival depends on staying invisible. Looking weak is dangerous. Looking strong is also dangerous. Box 2.
That is basically like normal prison. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a terrible choice, right? One of these other boxes has to be better than that. I picked number 2, which is about to come up right now. It's already not looking too good. We're looking very cabin in the woodsish. However, I think box number 1 is safe to say that's an L. Not gonna lie to you. Box number 2, here we go.
2, the cabin in the woods. You are inside a small cabin surrounded by thousands of miles of forest. The forest is incredibly dark. The branches are so thick that daylight cannot break through. Inside the cabin there is a fireplace and a small bed. Food is difficult to obtain, but not impossible. You can find blackberry bushes and occasional apple trees in the forest. However, you must be cautious. There is a creature called the Noctis. It is shaped like a human, has wings similar to a bat, and is very tall.
Yeah, that was the one from before.
It is incredibly hostile. There is a lantern somewhere in the cabin. Take it with you at all times. The Noctis hates light, and the lantern will protect you. Box 3, Miami. You are living in Miami.
Damn. So box 2, we're cooked. Sorry, Taurus, we're cooked. That was a similar one to the last one. Cabin in the woods, demon out, he flies, we're cooked. Box number 3, meanwhile, they in Miami with it.
The weather is warm. The beaches are also warm. The city is alive. The streets are full of calm and peaceful people. Food is
Damn.
free. Water is clean.
Free
Shopping
food?
stores and amusement parks are free. Sleeping conditions are comfortable. You can walk freely. You are not trapped. There is no immediate danger. Police presence is strong. Hospitals are close, but you do not have internet or a phone.
Oh, that sounds like a vibe. That's a whole vibe right there. Door 3, I mean, look, door 3 is the W, man. That's the W. Door number 4 looks like we're going to Bikini Bottom or something. I don't know. That look like SpongeBob house. We gonna see. But yeah, door 3, it looks like y'all got the W. Door 3, that's a W. Not gonna lie to you. How they let y'all in Miami though? That's crazy.
Box 4, the bottom of the sea. You are 150 kilometers deep.
It's literally SpongeBob's house.
Under the sea, inside a pineapple house. The water temperature here is minus 18 degrees Celsius. You have a cold insulated suit, and it will last only 18 days. After that, the cold will slowly kill you. You have 67 old burgers as a food supply. You are surrounded by giant kraken. He moves slowly around the house. If he sees you clearly, you will be dead. At night, you will hear strange fish hitting the walls. They are extremely hostile animals. They have hunted humans for centuries. If they know that you are there, they will cut you to pieces. Survival depends highly on luck.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Doors 1, 2, and 4 were cooked. Door number 3. Door number 3 is the winner in that one. I mean, no doubt about it. Yeah. I mean, door number 4, I mean, that one was interesting. That one was intriguing. I mean, you live in SpongeBob's house. You got to stay there for 30 days. It's freezing cold. However, you have a suit that will alleviate those temperatures and that freeze, you freezing your ass off. But it only lasts 18 days. So then you have 12 days to just fend for yourself. So maybe you spend the first 18 days trying to come up with a way to retain warmth after the 18th day. I don't know. But even still, I mean, you're cooked. There's a big ass kraken outside. If he sees you, he's going to kill you. Y'all in Miami who picked number 3, that's a W for y'all. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Door number 3. Door number 3 with the W. Who was that? Herb. Herb, you picked door number 3. Herb is 2-0. Shit. 2-0. Who else picked 3? Who else picked 3? Who else picked 3? Damn, chat moving fast. Chat moving fast. Let me see. I gotta get back here. I don't think nobody else picked 3. Oh, wait. Taurus, you didn't pick 3. Damn, 2 on the screen. I guess he switched. I don't know. Asmodeus, you picked. Oh, Asmodeus picked 3 as well. 2-0. So Asmodeus and Herb, both 2-0. King Blaze, what up? What up, King Blaze? Appreciate you for coming through, man. Says he's 1-0, just getting in here with us. Welcome, welcome. I am 1-1 so far. I am 1-1 so far, but I'm looking to bounce back. Let's get into the third challenge. Here we go.
In 5 seconds, choose a random box. The box you choose will determine where you have to stay for a month. Tag the people you would trust to survive with you.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Which one y'all picking? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Let me know in the chat. If you're part of the hashtag replay gang on this one, put it down below in the comments. Which box did you pick? And be truthful, right? Be truthful. It's all in fun, guys. I'm going to, I mean, 3 is looking like it's trying to trick me. See how 3 says choose me? It's making me not want to choose it. But then the reverse psychology is making me want to choose it. If y'all know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust that one. I don't know if I can trust that one. I am going to go with box number 3 was the right answer last time. I don't think it's going to repeat. Give me 1. Give me box number 1. I'm taking box number 1 on this one. I don't care. I want to find out my fate early, but I think I have a good feeling about it. I have a good feeling about it. A good feeling about it. Box number 1 for me. Let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat. See what the chat is saying. Let me see. Taurus says 2. Herb says 4. ISO says 3. Tila says 1. Blaze says 1. Okay, so y'all rocking with me on this one. Taurus says 2. Asmodeus says 3. Chris says 2. Void says 4. All right, so we're kind of split up on this one. But yeah, I'm thinking one. I'm thinking one, guys. King Blaze, Tila, Stretch 52. Y'all are with me. Tila says, all my life I had to fight. Here we go, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Again, happy Friday, y'all. Like the video, subscribe if you are new and you're enjoying the content. Here we go. Let's go, box one.
The
Oh,
treehouse.
shit.
You are living inside a small wooden treehouse, high above the ground. Miles upon miles of forest surround you. The treehouse is old, but still standing. The branches are so thick that daylight can't break through. Inside, you find a fireplace and an uncomfortable bed. Food is limited. You only have 10 kilograms of meat. You are not alone. A dancing clown lives in this forest. But the creature itself is an ancient alien entity that often takes the form of Pennywise. At night, you hear slow footsteps circling the tree. Sometimes you hear something climbing the ladder. If you look down and see a fixed red balloon staring up at you, do not move. The clown waits. It is patient, but you can beat it by not showing fear.
Damn. We already cooked, y'all. Oh, we're already cooked. How many of y'all are afraid of clowns? How many of y'all have seen it? How many of y'all have seen Welcome to Derry? You know, some of you guys recommended that show to me. I remember you guys were saying like he's like a supernatural entity. We're cooked. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tila, Stretch, Herb, I think also pick one. We're cooked on that one, y'all. We're cooked on that one. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 for me so far. Let's keep it pushing though. Door 2 people. Let's see where y'all are at. Let's see.
The deserted cruise ship.
Oh yeah,
y'all
cooked too.
On a huge cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. There is no crew. Food is still available, but it is running out. Water is unclean. Sleeping conditions are uncomfortable, and you are suffering from seasickness. The cabins are creepy and quiet. At night, the ship makes strange noises. Doors open and close by themselves. There is a fast creature that roams the cruise ship.
Oh shit.
It is incredibly hostile. Do your best to avoid it.
It's something about monsters that can move very quickly that scares the absolute dog shit out of me. You know, when people ask, "Oh, would you rather be in like a zombie apocalypse or whatever?" I always ask like, "Okay, what type of zombies are these? Are these like World War Z zombies where like they can run like upwards of 20 miles an hour? Because if so, I'm taking whatever the alternative is. Fast moving monsters are literally that's the death of me and the death of whoever picked number 2. So top half, we're all cooked. Number 3 and number 4. For those of y'all who picked those boxes, y'all are duking it out. Y'all are duking it out to see who gets the W here. Let's see what number 3. Remember, number 3 said pick me. So let's see if number 3 wasn't lying. Let's see if they was joking.
Box 3, the underground mall. You are inside a massive underground.
Chris loves saying I'm scary. I'm sorry for being afraid of zombies. But I mean, if that makes me scary, then I guess so. I'll take that. Proudly.
Shopping mall. Most stores are destroyed. Some still have supplies. Food can be found, but it attracts the attention of the manager. Water comes from broken pipes. Sleeping is dangerous. You hide inside locked shops. At night, lights turn on by themselves. Music sometimes plays softly. You are not alone. The manager also lives there. If he sees you, he will get you out, and you will not be able to get back into the mall. Box 4.
Bruh. Well, look, box number 4, tropical vacation. Another tropical vacation. 1 through 3 are cooked, and number 4 is already looking like a vibe. Already looking like a vibe.
The luxury island. You are living on a private luxury island. The weather is perfect. The ocean is calm and warm. Food is unlimited. Water is clean. Sleeping conditions are extremely perfect. You have a modern mansion and luxurious cars. But there is no internet, no phone. You are fully disconnected from the world. However, you have a large library. It has thousands of books on every subject you want.
Who picked 4, man? Who picked 4? Void picked 4? Man. Was Void the only one who picked 4? I'm 1 and 2, dog. This is crazy. This is crazy. Maybe I do be jinxing y'all. Maybe I should just like stop giving answers. Herb said 4. Shout out to you, Herb. I think Herb, you 3-0, ain't you? Herb 3-0, undefeated. That's impressive. That's impressive in a game like this. You might need to hit the casino this weekend, Herb. Honestly, truthfully, you got some good luck. You got some good luck today. Yeah, hit that casino this weekend, big dog. And then send me a little piece. Break me off something. Break me off something. Break me off something, man. Sheesh, man. Damn, 1 and 2. All right, so we got 2 left. I still have a chance to go over 500. I still got a shot. I still got a shot to go over 500. I just got to ace the last 2. I said the same thing yesterday. I ended up getting the last 2 wrong. But today I'm feeling different. I'm feeling different today. Let's move on. I'm 1 and 2. Drop your record in the chat. Let's see if we can get to over 500.
Choose a pill. The one you take decides where you'll stay for the next 7 days.
All right. So here we go. This one's easy. Simplified. Left or right? Left or right? Red pill, blue pill, whatever you want to call it. Where are we going? I like my chances on this one. This is a coin flip one. This is a coin flip. I'm going to go blue. I'm going going blue on this one, y'all. I'm going blue. Calling my shot early. I got to bounce back, y'all. I got to bounce back. I can't keep going like this. I cannot keep. One day, at least one day out of this week, I got to go over 500. I think every single episode this week, I've gone below 500. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I've missed the playoffs the last 2 days. I'm trying to make the playoffs today. I'll be damned if I miss it. I might not win the division, but I'm gonna make a wild card. I'm gonna get a wild card spot today. I am. But I'm going blue though. I'm going blue. Let me see what y'all are saying in here. Let me see. Chris says red. Stretch says blue. Void says blue. Ismodia says red. King Blaze says red. Tila says blue. Taurus says blue. Herb says red. Urban on a heater. Urban on a heater. I don't know. I'm kind of scared now. Urban on a little heater today. ISO says blue. Sutton, don't say your pick. Ah, hell. That way we'll know how unlucky he is. Yeah, I gotta be transparent, y'all. I gotta be transparent. It would be no fun. It'd be no fun if I didn't get to play. I want to play too. Tori says, "Come on, blue." Voice says, "Get a spot in Cancun." I might get a spot in Cancun. I mean, if I lose this one, I'm definitely gonna be in Cancun because I won't be able to get over 500. But I'm going blue though. Blaze says, "Red pill." I am the one. Red pill. Okay. Choose the red pill like Neo. Got you. All right. I'm going blue pill, though. All right. Red pill, folks. Let's see what you got.
Red pill, the after yard. A suburban backyard grid under permanent midday light. Each yard is identical. The grass is spiky and brittle, snapping underfoot. Rain never falls, but sprinklers activate randomly at night. You can collect water if you wait long enough. Food sometimes appears on picnic tables. It's always half-eaten, still warm. Something follows a few gardens behind you. It never
Yes, sir.
runs. If you stop moving, it shortens the distance. Resting lets it catch up. The head start is the only reason you're still alive.
Yeah. I like our chances here. I like our chances because you cannot rest with this dude following you. You can't sleep. You got to be here for 48 hours. Right? You got to be here for 2 whole days. And you're just outside in somebody's backyard. And you have this 1940s looking white man with a chainsaw and a suit who's chasing after you. And he gets closer when you stand still. When you're idle, he gets closer. Yeah, I like our chances in this one.
Blue pill, the quiet court.
It's not the worst, as much as it's not the worst, but same time, you still might be cooked, depending on what blue pill has to offer. Come on, blue pill.
A mall food court before opening. It has soft lighting, polished floors, quiet music looping. Every counter serves warm, familiar food that restocks endlessly.
Oh, yeah.
Padded benches double up as beds. Sleeping here feels safe. One rule, don't waste food. If you do, the janitors arrive. They make you clean until you forget why you're there. Choose a pill.
Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. I mean, look, Team Blue, we up. We up, Team Blue. Hey, I'm 2-2. I'm 2-2. Let's go. Let's go, Taurus. Let's go, Void. Talk to me. Let's go. Let's go. Easy money. That's what I'm talking about, Taurus. Easy money. 2-2. I still got a chance. I'm still alive. It's coming down to this week 18 matchup. Week 18 matchup. Will Sutton make the playoffs in this one? Will I make the playoffs? We got one more left before we get into some serious topics. Drop your record in the chat. This one's for all the marbles. This one's for all the marbles. That food court sound good, though. That food court sound good. That burger looked good, too. Let me go back and look at that burger. Maybe I'm just hungry. Look at that burger. Damn. That shit look delectable. I don't really like the cheese like dripping down like that, but like the double patty, you know what I'm saying? Look like it got bacon on it. You feel me? Lettuce, tomato. Yeah, that look good. That look good. Not gonna lie to you. But yeah. One more left. One more left, guys. Will I go over 500? I'm 2-2. Sitting right there at 500 right now. Let's get into the last Liminal Horror Challenge of the week. And we'll be back next week with it, guys. All right, let's see.
Pick a door. Keep in mind that you cannot change your mind once you make your
Right.
selection. The door
50-50.
that you pick will determine where you will stay for the next 5 days.
All right, 5 days. 5 days is the amount of time. Red door, blue door. Where we going? Red door or blue door? Red door or blue door? Take your pick. Take your pick. Which one do I want to go with? Blue did treat me right last round. So I'm inclined to go with the blue door again. Blue did right by me last time. Blue did right by me last time. So, I'm really leaning blue. And you know what? I think I'm going to stick with it, y'all. I think I'm going to stick with blue. Yeah, I'm going to stick with blue on this one. I'm going to stick with blue. I think that, man, if I get this one wrong and I end up going below 500, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. Tila says, Sutton, you stand outside. No, I can't stand outside. I gotta join y'all. I gotta participate, We in this together. We in this together, y'all. Let me see what y'all are saying, though. Let's see. Taurus going with red. Herb going with blue. Asmodia says red. Tila says blue. ISO says blue. Stretch says blue. Okay. Chris says red. Void says blue. King Blaze says red. Okay, so we kind of torn on this one. I'm going blue, though. King Blaze says red. Okay. All right. He says blue door is the Diddy door. We're going to see. All right, let's see. Here we go. Team Red, what y'all got?
Once you make your selection, the door that you pick will determine where you will stay for the next 5 days.
5
Door
days.
1, endless flight. You are alone on a plane in the air. Time is frozen. It is always sunrise. There is no day. There is no night. You are seated in first class. Food and water are available on a small service cart inside the cabin. There are rules.
Damn.
You must not enter the cockpit. You must not attempt to access restricted systems. Other than that, you are free to move around. There are no entities. There is no danger.
Bruh. Oh my gosh, bro. This is already an L. Damn. Come on, bro. This was my chance to get over 500. Start the weekend right. And they gave y'all just a sunrise flight. You get to sit on this plane for 5 days. Food, water, no demons, nothing like that. All you got to do is just not go in the cockpit. You don't do that anyway on commercial flights. Who knows? Maybe the second door, maybe they'll throw us for a loop and it'll be even better than this. I don't know. I doubt it. Let's see.
Enjoy your flight. Door 2, Daisy Hills. Wide, grassy hills in Greenland covered in tall grass and wildflowers. During the day, the land is safe. There is one apple tree standing alone. That tree is important. At night, an entity comes out. The only safe place after sunset is under the apple tree. You must stay there and keep watch. Sleep is recommended during the day. Food comes only from the apples. Water can be taken from a nearby stream. If you leave the tree at night, you will be found. Your time starts now. Pick a door.
Yep. That's the L. It's survivable. Door 2. The blue door is survivable. If you follow exactly what they said, you sleep during the day, and then at night you make sure you up underneath that apple tree, you should be Gucci. But nothing beats that first one, y'all. I can't even lie. It's not so bad, Stretch. You're right. It's not so bad. But door number 1, I mean, that's easily got it. That easily got it right there. It's not a tie. I can't even be mad. You will die once you go out to get water at night. Yeah. Stretch says also if time is frozen, you're stuck there. I guess you're talking about the plane one, but no. I mean, it's 5 days time, right? So I think it feels like time is frozen because it's perpetually like sunrise, you know? So like it's never night, which is cool. Cool with me. At least I can see out the windows. But you just gotta sit in there for 5 days. That's a W. That's a W. Drop your records in the chat, y'all. Drop your records in the chat. Man, I had a chance. I went 2 and 3. This is my 3rd consecutive day, probably my 4th straight day, honestly. Going under 500. I got to do better, y'all. I got to do better. Drop your records in the chat, y'all. Who went over 500? I want to know. Who went over 500 in this one? King Blaze says 3, 1, and 1. Wait, what did you tie? What did you tie? 2 and 3 says Chris. What's going on, KP? Good morning. Good morning. Torres says he went 3 and 2. Okay. Shout out to Torres. Clap it up for going over 500 for Torres. Wasn't there for the first one. Oh, I got you. Okay. All right. Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Some of y'all are better than others at this. All of y'all seem to be better than me at this. I don't know why. I'm the one who picks the damn videos. Even though, just to be transparent with y'all, I find these videos and I just like blindly just like download them. I don't watch the outcomes of them, so that way I don't spoil it for myself and I'm not cheating when I'm on here. You know. But let's see. Herb, and Asmodeus also went positive today. Also went 3 and 2, respectively. Shout out to y'all. Clap it up. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. That was fun. But it's time to move on. Guys. Let's get into what we came here to get into. Let's see. Chris, just throw it in the bag. 3 and 2 for Void as well. Shout out to you, Void. One more. Clap it up. All right, what do we got?
If I can walk around you on Saw, we locked in.
I hate that. No, yeah, for sure we're locked in. Because
if I can walk around you with the little, you know what I mean?
I hate that. I'm like, ew, just put it away.
If I can walk around you on Saw, we locked in.
I hate that. No, yeah, for sure we're locked in. Because
if I can walk around you with the little, you know what I mean?
I hate that.
No lies detected, though. No lies detected. I'm not going to lie to you. No lies detected there. That's just a little mess to start us off here. Just a little mess to start us off here. As Modia says, if you want to do a stream with just liminal horrors, literally wouldn't be mad at that. Yeah, I got to find more of these videos, too. I got to get somebody to start producing them for me. That way I can just, like, keep pumping those out, you know? But maybe. But hey, look, man. Bro's not wrong. Bro's not wrong. I'm gonna just say that. We locked in. If you see it on soft, we locked in. Period. Okay. 4 lifers. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where did I want to go next? Let's take a look at this one.
Which pill would you choose? Red, blue, or green? Red is $1 every second.
By the way, T-Li, I get those videos from TikTok.
Green is 100K every day. Blue is 500 million instantly. Blue's the only answer. Blue's the only answer. Why would anybody pick red or green? First off, red is the dumbest selection you could take. Because $1 every single second. How many seconds is in a day? 86,400. I'm capping myself at less than the 100K. I could just get 100K every day. But why would I not take 500 million instantly? I could die tomorrow. Are you dumb? Take the 500 million. What kind of life you gonna live to blow 500 million instantly? Are you stupid? First, wait, what are you talking about? Somebody done said, yo, if they take the green in like 13 years, they're gonna have more than the 500. Are you dumb? You can die tomorrow. Take the fucking blue. Take the blue. Who you owe, Mussolini? Motherfuckers gonna come and slide on your ass. Take the 500 million. And if you invest 400, you gonna make the same money every single day off interest. See, this is why you broke. This is why you broke. What are you talking about? You gotta be a Hall of Fame dumbass.
He said you gotta be a Hall of Fame dumbass.
To not take blue. Bloods in Los Angeles would drop their flag and take blue. Which pill would you?
He said Bloods in LA would drop their flag and take the blue pill. Hey man, I'm not gonna lie to you. 500 million up front, just a lump sum, that does sound sweet. However, and I haven't done the math on this. You know, if somebody wants to do it, sure. I was going to before I came on the show, but I was like, you know what? No. I'm just gonna do it off the top of my head. Off the top of my head, my gut reaction, I would probably go with the 100K every day, the green pill. That's just me though. I mean, it's just something about money coming in that much money coming in every day for the rest of my life. You know, I'd probably go with the green pill. I want that green pill. Red is $31 million a year. Ooh, I didn't realize that. Ooh. 31 mil a year? How much is the 100K every day? Let me see. Do a little quick maths here. 100,000 times 365. $36.5 million a year if you take the green pill, right? So, let's see something here. So what it would be if you take the green pill, it would take about how many years to get to the 500 million? 10 plus years. I plan personally, and as God willing, I plan on living more than 10, 15 years. So again, I think I'm gonna go with the green pill, y'all. I think I'm gonna go with the green pill. Void says blue equals the IRS sliming you and taxing your family. Start small. That's a good point. But nah, I'm taking green. I'm taking green. Let me see. 100K daily and 500 mil at once is too random. The IRS will nab you. Red is the go-to. I mean, when we're talking about like taxes, then like, yeah. If you have structured settlements and you need cash now. Call JG Wentworth. 877 cash now. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Or what's the one? It's my money and I need it now. That one. You know what I'm saying? I'd go with the 100K every day. I'm going green pill, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going green pill. Let me see. All right. Let's move along here. Let's see. Get that off of the screen. Let me see. What is this one? Oh, let's get into some messy stuff. Yeah, let's get into some messy stuff real quick. Let's get into some messy stuff. There's a woman who says that she don't want her potential partner to have basically no women in his life, including his mother. And here's why.
He can't have no kids?
I don't want a man with kids. I don't want a man that comes with drama. I don't want a man with a baby mom. I don't want it attached to me. I want to date someone and have them be in love with me and me only.
I kind of feel her because my delulu, I never wanted a man that had a sister or a living mother. Like your mom's gotta be. You got a sister? How many sisters you got? 3? Nah, get on them out of here. I was dead. Serious.
Your mom's has to be.
First of all, don't judge me when I'm speaking my truth.
No, I have to. You can't. Your mom's has to be.
Yeah. The way
that's crazy. Moms has to be dead is crazy.
The way some mothers are with their sons and the way that they treat their sons like they man, and that is disgusting. Bruh. Like if you got plans with me, you gonna dub me because your mother needs to go to the supermarket. So now I gotta wait for hours because you gotta go with your mother to the supermarket. Where's her man? I know we had plans, but my sister need me to. Where's your dad?
Women don't like competition.
But I'm not your competition.
Yes,
I'm your brother's girlfriend. I'm your son's girlfriend.
The way she loves him against the way that you
go see the lady.
That's all you doing right now. Is like, I don't like the fact that somebody else cares about your well-being more than me. The idea of them to judge me.
I'm not coming second to no other woman. I need to be able to call my man. I can't rely on my man because at any given day he got to do something for 6 other bitches. Yeah. Nah, I'm out of here. You lost me.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. She is taking this too far, but I see her point. Okay, I see her point. I think that, certain families are structured in such a way where you have a mom who is overbearing on her son, and when a young lady comes into her son's life, sometimes mom don't always like that. Right? Especially if the mom is single, she might feel some sort of like jealousy. I've actually seen this happen in real time. So while it seems like this girl here is just like being super immature, super insecure, things like that, I think again she's being a little bit extreme in her claims, but she low key has a little bit of a point. Now I don't look. If you're saying like, oh, I can't date you if you have a living mother or if you have sisters, I'm good off you. But if she was just saying like, hey, look, if I don't care if you have sisters, I don't care if you have a mom, but like you can't, basically wife comes first. Wife comes first. Right? And I know there's a lot of people, a lot of women and, and men on the opposite side of it who probably feel the same way. But again, she's just being really extreme here. She's being really extreme. But that dynamic does exist where you'll have a mom or you'll have sisters who, don't want their brother or their son talking to old girl and purposely try to interject themselves in his life, to kind of put her in her place, to remind her like, you're not part of this family, right? This is my son. This is my brother. You know what I mean? I've seen it. That's the only reason I'm saying. It's the only reason I'm saying it, y'all. I know y'all gonna disagree. Let me see. Wife definitely comes first. King Lee, I mean, wife come first, So like if you, like as a man, and fellas, I want y'all to answer this for me. If like something she said in here, if your wife or if your mom calls you, right? Let's say you live with your wife and your mom calls you on a Saturday morning and says she really needs you to give her a ride 30 minutes to the next town over for whatever, a doctor's appointment, whatever, right? But conveniently, your wife also really wanted to go out to this brunch spot with you, take you out y'all had plans to go somewhere. But mom hits you up last minute and says, hey, I need a ride here, and that ride will have it'll make you cancel your other plans with your wife. What are you doing? I mean, are you going to pick up moms and say, you know, wife, my beautiful wife, I got to push you to the side. You come in second today. You come in second. I got to take my mom to this appointment or whatever. Or are you going on the brunch with your wife and maybe calling your mom an Uber or a Lyft or something like that? These are the type of things. These are the type of things that men gonna deal with. You know what I'm saying? ISO says calling mom an Uber. See? So wifey does come first. So basically, some of y'all are saying that this lady has a little bit of a point. Now, again, when she starts talking about, oh, your mom has to be dead. No, that's wild. That's wild. I think a stipulation could just be your mom just can't be overbearing on our relationship. Like if we're building something, I don't want your parents or anybody in your family trying to come between us purposefully. Because you can kind of tell when it's like purposeful, right? You can kind of tell just by how the mom interacts with your girlfriend or your wife, right? How they interact with each other. You can kind of tell. But again, I think points are being made. Points are being made. Situation matters. Says Void says dates can be postponed. Mom needs help. She needs help. Doctor's appointments are no joke. She's just being extreme, but that's overly selfish and self-centered. I'm picking my mom, and we don't even have the greatest relationship. Mom's comes first. Okay. The priority list is interchangeable based on the relationship and the day. That's fair too. I like that. Let me see. King Blaze says, I'll date you for the rest of my life, but I ain't getting married. Oh, shit. You talking about if you were with a girl like this, or you just talking about in general, King Blaze? You don't want to get married in general? Is that what you're saying? Tora says, I'm not a huge fan of women with absent fathers, but that's a horrible way to assess a person. That's a fact. Doctor's appointment is more important than a date. Yeah, and maybe I shouldn't have said doctor's appointment. Maybe I should have said, I don't know, you take her to, I don't know, her friend's house for the weekly book club meeting on Saturday mornings or something like that. She don't got a ride, and she hits you up so you can come take her. Something that's not as important as a doctor's appointment, right? But then again, your wife wants to go out to eat. Already made plans, reservation, all that. Maybe that's better. Maybe that's a more, that's probably better. So some of y'all saying moms comes first. And again, y'all are saying that only because of the doctor's appointment thing. And again, I apologize for that. I shouldn't have said doctor's appointment. Because that is serious. Like you gotta, make sure that's good. That's taken care of. But yeah, interesting stuff though. Now that mom can find another way. If it's a doctor's appointment, then most likely it was pre-scheduled. Now that mom can find another way. If it was like to a book club or something like that, so she can find another way. But what if Tila, what if your husband was like, nah, you know what, babe, I really got to take mom to this book club. She's been talking about it. This is important to her. I got to take her out there. Then how are you feeling? Are you feeling a way about that? Are you feeling like he's not putting you first? Interesting stuff. And the whole mama's boy thing is a thing for a lot of men and their mothers. And that dynamic, I guess, is what this woman is afraid of here. Is what she's rebuking. Which again, I understand. Tila says, depends. Is he always canceling our plans for minor things? No, let's just say it's like the first time. Let's just say this is the first time because I don't want to put that on. That makes it too easy. Everything ain't worth the tussle. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. Book club. She can call her friends. Social media is going to have a lot of people single. Social media does have a lot of people single. KP says, because you live with your wife every day and probably don't see your mom every day, and she only getting older. Yeah, that is true. I haven't seen my mom since what July of last year. I haven't seen my mom since July of last year. But she's flying into town today, and I'm going to see her today. Love my mom. Shout out to mom. Got to make sure I take a lot of pictures and stuff like that too, because I don't get to see her that often. Mom's is important. Mom's is very important. But when you have a partner, you're in a partnership with them. You know, you're in a relationship, which again, if you're in a serious relationship, that becomes a partnership. You do kind of got to put your woman first. You got to put your lady first, because you look at it as like putting your family first, like your family of the next generation first. And I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. All right. All right. Let's move on from that one, guys. Let's move on from that one. What else do we got? What else do we got? Let's take a look at this one here. Let me see. You ever seen somebody live in a storage locker? A storage unit? Long as it's not something that happens often. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Take a look at
If you're gonna live in a
this.
storage unit, you're going to need to be as invisible as you possibly can be. You basically need to be a ghost. If anybody finds out you're here, that's when you start running into trouble. So, first of all,
I find this so fascinating. The fact that there are people who legitimately live in storage units. King Lee says, yeah, I have seen people live in storage units, especially in Japan. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I didn't know they were doing that over there. But like, I don't understand how you get away with something like this.
I needed power for my unit. So what I did is I ran an extension cord along the power cable up here, and I sort of zip tied it up. So you can't really tell its power is going to my unit unless you are looking closely. So this is my unit here, and at the top of the unit you can see I have an antenna, and that's so I can get a cell signal inside the unit itself, because once you close the door it drops all signal. I have a lock which I've magnetized onto the door so it looks like it's locked even when it's not. And then when I actually do want to lock it, I can just use this lock or use another one down here. And
hey, my man got it all figured out, don't he? He got this shit all figured out, bro. He said, I got a lock on the door. I got power running inside. I'm sure he got running water in there and everything. Hey, look, he said, don't tread on me.
Leave that one there. All right, so let's take a look at the unit now. So in here, I've got my TV, entertainment center set up there. I've got my bed.
Damn.
I've got...
Hold on now, bro. Living better than most college students. Hold on now.
Kitchen area over there, complete with a fridge and my couch over here. Once you're inside here, you can close the door. And I've screwed on a latch here, so that way you can close it and sort of lock it from the inside.
My man got it all figured out, don't he?
So you can see what you're doing. Up here, I've got a toaster oven, and this toaster oven...
Tila. The boiled ass is crazy. But you're probably right, though.
Oven actually works pretty well. I'd say it works just as well as a conventional oven. I've got some dishes over here. Got some more pots and pans.
My man got seasonings, bro. He got seasonings.
Over here, and my fridge is right here.
I bet you that bread expired.
Underneath, I've got a filing cabinet, some tools, and some storage.
A filing cabinet? What the hell are you, sir? Big dog.
For some other stuff.
This man working from home, out the storage unit.
Up on this part of the kitchen, I have cutting board, so I can make some lunch or dinner there. I have a hot plate for boiling water, cereal. Up here is the Tupperware, and then over here I've got a food cupboard for all my food. And this is the sink I've built, and the sink is basically like a 25-liter container filled with water, and I've attached these tubes here, so you just open it up, and then the water comes down this tube and out there. So you've got running water.
So my thing is this. He's got to be living here by choice, right? If you're smart enough to engineer running water in a storage unit, then I would think you're smart enough and capable enough to get a job or some sort of occupation that pays you enough to not live in a damn storage unit. You know what I'm saying?
You can do dishes, get a drink, whatever, and then the water filters into this bucket, which goes down into these holes here, which goes into a funnel, which leads into a separate container here.
They're gonna figure all this shit out. They're gonna figure all this shit out. Ain't figured out how to get a freaking apartment or a house, something. You know what I'm saying? You could live in somebody's basement.
Empty that container and refill that one, usually.
Or an RV, exactly.
Once a week, maybe twice. So over here above the bed, I've built a bar, and this is just to hold all my liquor and drinks and everything. But
nigga got a whole bar. No, for real though, he living better than most college students. I'll say that. That's for sure.
But I've also got stuff at the back there behind the bed. So what I've done is I've built this little hinge here. This comes out, and then the hinge drops down, and then that can hold in place while you go and get whatever you need to from back.
My bad, y'all. But no, I better say, if you could figure out all of this, dog, he got all these little contraptions and shit going on. Figure out a job. Figure out a mobile home. Figure out a way to. This shit low key pissing me off.
Back there.
But hey, get it how you live, I guess, right?
Over here, I've built a clothing rack, and this works just like it would in any closet. Put your clothes there, except I've included this little latch here on this string, so you can push the clothing further to the wall, giving you more space. Up here, I built some shelving for some.
Nah, he definitely doing this by choice, by the way. He's got to be doing this by choice. This seems like, honestly, this seems like prime white folks activity. This is prime white people activity. I'm not going to lie to you. And my white folks watching this stream right now, I'm sure you'd probably agree. Just be doing stuff for no reason. This like reminds me of like the white people who will like, you know, go camping or you know, do like some extreme sports or just do something like just out of the ordinary just because. Just because. This is like prime white people activities here. I guarantee you this dude could probably afford his own place. But he's like, you know what? I want to be different. I'm going to go live in a storage unit. Prime Caucasian activities.
Items that I'm storing in here that I don't really use too much. I got my snowboard hanging from the ceiling there. And as you can see, all the stuff I've built in here is all built basically hanging from the ceiling. And the way I did that is I just got 2x4s, really long 2x4s, and put them all the way across the unit. And then I used L brackets to build shelving down from that.
This nigga in here doing carpentry, plumbing, like, bruh. You cannot tell me he doing that shit because he has to. You can't tell me he doing that shit because he has to. I'm telling you, bro. There's no way. There's no way. I'm not believing it. I'm not believing it. You said you like camping. Says Asmodeus. Tila says she likes camping as well. I've actually never been camping, like legit camping. I've been like glamping before. You guys know where you're actually in a house, but you're like in the woods type shit. Like you're not actually in a tent. You're not pitching a tent. I've never like pitched a tent and actually camped out anywhere. It sounds like an experience for sure. But hell, I mean, with all the freaking liminal horror exercises we be doing, I don't know if I ever want to be out in the woods. You know, might be an entity somewhere out there. Might be an entity. And I ain't messing with that. Zombie bunker starter kit. That's basically what he is. What it is right here. Basically what it is. Pitching a tent is crazy. I mean, isn't that what you do? Isn't that what you do? Yeah, that's what you do, right? Just give me a tiny house or a trailer home. I'm ready. Exactly. Yeah, that's a vibe right there. 86 Ghost, what's going on, brother? Says I'm begging for 2 feet of snow. Oh, it's supposed to snow like that? I was not aware. Not here in Texas. Not here in Texas. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all be safe. Asmodeus says, shit, I'm carrying, hello, my Glock 10 millimeter with 4 mags and an extra box of ammo. Yeah, I mean, if you going out camping, you need to be holding for sure. Just in case. Pitching a tent means hard PP. Oh, I didn't realize that. It makes sense. It makes sense, Taurus. Jeez. All right, let's move on. We're getting through this, guys. We're getting through this. Hour and 11 minutes in. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long. We got a couple more videos to react to. Let's see. What else do we have? Played that. How about we talk about this? So this might be a controversial topic. Michelle Obama went on a podcast recently and was talking to this white lady. I think it was called the Call Her Daddy podcast. Very successful podcast. But she was talking about how she and Barack, when they got together, you know, they were one thing. But then when Barack came president, she basically had to like give up all of her status and she just became Barack's wife, you know. And I guess she felt the way about that. And we've seen a lot of women feel a way about that. I mean, Ayesha Curry is another one with a very successful husband. She feels like she's not seen and that bothers her. And I wanted to get you guys' opinions on that, you know, specifically my women in the chat as well. How do y'all feel about what Michelle Obama says here?
I was a dean of students. I was like, oh, you guys, all of that just disappeared in the course of this whole election. And you now see me as just Barack Obama's wife. So that made me say, what, that quickly, my shoes become the most important thing about me, right? And again, not unique to me. It can happen to the best of us. So I shied away from fashion leading the conversation, but I knew I didn't completely control it. So let's lean in.
Okay. So basically in so many words, Michelle is saying that, you know, before he became president, I was this, that, and the third. Like I had all these titles, I had, you know, all these things going on. But once he became president or once he started running, basically she had to take a back seat, right? And everything that she was doing took a back seat because her husband was running for president. Now, on the surface, I know a lot of people will listen to a clip like that, you know, watch a clip like that and say, "Oh, she's being ungrateful." You know what I mean? Like she's got one of the most successful, powerful, accomplished husbands of all time. Like, what is there to complain about? However, you got to remember that we are all individuals at the end of the day with our own goals, aspirations, dreams, wants, desires, etc. And I think for a lot of these women, like so Michelle Obama, so Ayesha Curry, you know, list goes on, who have these successful husbands, they feel like they can get lost in their husband status. which I can totally see. So I'm not here to shit on Michelle Obama. I love Michelle Obama. Somebody says she messed up school lunches. Some truth to that. There's some truth to that. But pound for pound, Michelle Obama is a good woman. And I just feel like it is very possible to feel unfulfilled in a relationship where your partner gets all of the acclaim, again, has all of the status, and you're only known for being their partner. A lot of people probably didn't even know all the things that Michelle Obama did or does, right? We only look at Michelle Obama as, you know, Barack's wife. We only look at Ayesha Curry as Stephen Curry's wife. You know what I'm saying? So I can see, like, over the years, you grow old. I mean, Michelle Obama is how old? She's probably pushing 60, I would say. She looks great, but probably pushing 60 if I had to assume, right? And maybe she just hasn't, like, for the past, 30 years, she hasn't really been able to do her, and really be the woman that she wants to be. It's just all about aligning with Barack. And she said she had to lean into it. She had to lean into it. So I commend her for doing that because I don't think it's an easy thing to do. I don't think it's an easy thing to do at all. And a lot of people question Barack Obama and Michelle Obama's marriage because some of the things they do are a little bit, like, I guess you could say, unorthodox for a long time married couple, right? I won't get into all of that. I do want to see what you guys are saying though. Let me see. Let me see. She looks amazing. I like Miss Obama. Me too. Me too. She does look amazing. Let me see. King Lee says she knew what she signed up for. I don't think she's ungrateful. Chris says that's what society does. A woman's PhD becomes doctor and Mr. Whomever is just what they do. She never outwardly complained. She became who she needed to be for her husband at the time. I have no issue with what she said, says Chris. And yeah, I don't either. I don't either. She did what she needed to do. Again, like she said, she leaned into it and she leaned into it loud and proud. And now that her husband is 10 years removed from office, she's kind of speaking out and telling her truth about how she feels about the whole thing. I mean, even still, with Barack being out of office for 10 years now, they still get a lot of media attention, right? I'm sure they still have Secret Service. I mean, they're still very important people. Barack is still a very important man. And now she has the opportunity, now that he's not in office anymore, to kind of tell, again, like I said, her truth. And I'm not gonna, you know, shun her for that. King Lee says the Curry lady just want other meat. Now, Ayesha Curry's a little different. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ayesha Curry's a little bit different because what Michelle Obama is saying here, Michelle Obama's like, Barack's my husband, cool. He was the president. I had to lean into that. But I did feel like I was missing a little bit of myself. I had to take away a little bit of myself in order to kind of back him up. And that's exactly what she did. She backed him up. It's a good wife. So I'm fine with her telling her truth. But Ayesha Curry, on the other hand, she seems a little bit more, how do I say, wanting for attention. I don't have an Ayesha Curry video or anything like that, but from the interviews and stuff that I've heard, like, she wants to be admired, right? I think she sees her husband, Steph Curry, who, of course, one of the best basketball players of all time, the best shooter of all time, but one of the best basketball players of all time. You know, travel from city to city. People love him anywhere he goes. Women love him anywhere he goes. And Ayesha Curry, again, kind of taking a back seat to her husband. She had her own dreams and goals. She wanted to be a movie star. That failed. She wanted to start a cooking show. She did, but that ended up failing, And she's come out in different interviews saying that, like, I wish that guys looked at me like they wanted me. I wish that I was, like, adored. I wish I was sought after. So I think it's a little bit different with Ayesha Curry and Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama, again, she did her thing. She did what she needed to do. And now she's telling her truth, saying that, hey, look, like, I took a back seat. Do I love it? No, but I did what I needed to do. I respect her for that. Two totally different dynamics. Two totally different dynamics, for sure. For sure. KP1 says, when you're a part of the president's family, you know you have a spectacle on you, so you can't just be doing anything. Melania Trump had to give up porn. It's hard for a first lady. Damn. Shots fired. Shots fired. I got to get a soundboard on here with a shots fired sound effect. I got to get a couple sound effects on here. That's just what it is. And usually that's discussed when the decision to run is being talked about. That's for sure. That's for sure. Miss Obama is exactly who she thinks she is. Tori says, I like Ayesha Curry, though. What do you like about her? What do you like about her, Taurus? What do you mean by that? Herb says, Ayesha wants attention and seeks validation. It seems like from other people outside of her family. I feel the same way at times. Not gonna lie, I wish girls looked at me the same way. I mean, we all want to be admired, right? That feels good. It validates us. But I think when you go seeking for it, it's one of those things that you got to let naturally come to you, you know. And I'm speaking to somebody who is single. Herb, I don't know if you're single or not, but no, that's just something that has to come to you. You don't get up on a podcast saying like, I really wish that men talk to me or men like me. Or I really wish girls liked me more. It just makes you come off away. It kind of speaks to an insecurity within yourself. And I've been there before. I mean, back when I was in high school, you know, full transparency, I wasn't a super big ladies man in high school. Okay. I didn't hit my stride until college, personally. But in high school, I was, that kid who was just like, why don't the girls around the school talk to me? Why don't the girls? I mean, they did talk to me. I had a couple girlfriends in high school, don't get me wrong. But like, I wasn't no player. I wasn't like some of the guys, who were pulling the most popular, the most the hottest girls, however you want to call it. I wasn't one of those guys. Wasn't that guy. But I had to learn, invest in myself, build myself up, and that type of validation and adoration, it comes naturally. It comes naturally. Let me see. As Modi says, I didn't hit my stride until after 30. Taurus, you are crazy, bro. Taurus is crazy. Tila says he likes that she's pretty. Taurus says he likes that she's insecure. Is right up his alley. You are crazy. That is nuts. That is nuts, my guy. That is nuts. Says he likes Ayesha Curry because she's insecure, and that's right up his alley. Get out of here, dog. LBHT, what's going on? What's poppin', fam? Appreciate y'all for coming through. Jose and B, they do a great job. I mean, I know I was watching, I popped in on their live stream last night. They were talking about Mentor. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out that episode. I'm sure, I mean, I didn't get to catch the whole thing. I was kind of popping around the YouTube streets. You guys know how that is, especially last night was crazy. Everybody was live. But shout out to LBHT. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the LBHT show. Also subscribe to their Patreon as well. I don't have a Patreon yet. I'm going to get one soon, y'all. I'm going to get one soon. Maybe once Sutton Reactions takes off, we'll move over to Patreon. Who knows? Who knows? But let me see. Stretch 52 says she admitted, Ayesha Curry did, to insecurities regarding male attention outside of her marriage, which is nasty to me. I mean, if I'm Steph Curry, hey man, that's a conversation to be had in the bedroom. Like, look, babe, why are you going on these podcasts? Basically saying you Ayesha Curry is the type of person who I feel like has one of those bachelorette parties with like the strippers, like the male strippers and whatnot, and is eating up every second of it. You guys remember she was on The View. Ayesha Curry was on The View, which is a talk show, like a daytime television talk show or whatever. And she was on that panel with all the other women. I think Whoopi Goldberg is up there and a couple of other ladies. And they had this segment where they were trying some sort of dessert or some sort of food. And they had this guy, this shirtless guy, muscle bound, all that, walk out and like present them the food. And Ayesha Curry was like on camera, like looking back at the guy and like taking her ring off on camera. This actually happened. Again, if I'm Steph Curry, babe, maybe don't embarrass me in public. right? I'm going from city to city every night. I'm up checking my phone. I see you're on a daytime television show taking your wedding ring off because some muscle-bound Jimmy is walking up behind you and you're trying to get a viral moment? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Diabolical. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Absolutely not. Aisha Curry is cute. Those eyes. Oh, man. Tila says we need Rain Gang merch, too. That's a fact. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. You know, when we first started the podcast, PRP, like almost 5 years ago? About 5 years ago? We had some merch pieces. But I got to redesign some new stuff. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. It's actually crazy that you brought it up, Tila. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. By the way, shout out to everybody who's watching on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. If you are, please go down to the description on that video and hit the link to come to the Sutton Reactions official YouTube channel, because that's where you can join the live interactive chat where we're all here chopping it up with each other. Let me see. Get some merchandise for sure. For sure. You have it posted up in your YouTube channel. What, the merch? You know, ask them nothing, sudden you lash out and say you goofy. Oh my gosh. Taurus is toxic. I might start calling you toxic Taurus. I might start calling you toxic Taurus. And everybody in the chat should too. Oh no, my camera froze. Camera froze. Be back in 30. We got one more video, guys. Take a little break here. All right. So we got one more video to react to on this episode of Sutton Reactions. We got about 100 people watching live. That is amazing. Shout out to you guys. Good morning, wherever you might be listening from. Whenever you might be listening, some of you guys are part of the hashtag replay gang on this one. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming through. Again, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And again, Toxic Taurus. That's the new name I got for you, brother. That's the new name I got. Void here in the chat. I like that. King Lee says, Sutton, who do you think our OC and DC should be? I know you probably answered that, but I did come in late. No, I actually didn't talk about the OC and DC hires. Again, I'm gonna be waiting by my phone today to see who they go with. I mean, it's looking like Cliff Kingsbury. If I had to say who I think is going to be the OC, I'm going to go Cliff. Who I think is going to be the DC, that's to be determined. Only because with Jesse Minter at head coach, who's a defensive-minded guy already, he's going to be calling the plays. By the way, it's going to be beautiful, absolutely glorious to see a Ravens head coach walking up and down the sideline with a play sheet in hand. And I'm not talking about the last-ditch Hail Mary effort that you saw from Harbaugh when he was literally fighting for his life to save his job. I mean, that man Harbaugh was doing anything towards the end. Towards the end, he was like, you know what? All right, let me get the play sheet in hand. Let me act like I'm doing something. He had a little, Denny's menu in his hand, calling plays, allegedly calling plays. He was doing anything to keep his job down the stretch. Anything he could. But the DC, I think, will be more of a developmental guy. Probably somebody that we never even heard of before, to be honest with you. So, yeah, 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. All right, one more video. Let's get into it.
So it was like, Oh, you guys, all of that just disappeared in the.
We're done with Michelle. Done with Michelle. Last video here. Last video of the episode. I want to know how you guys react to this one. This one is a little bit more of a serious topic, serious-ish. It's kind of just like a reminder, and I want to see how y'all feel about this. Do y'all have like high maintenance friends? Are you a high maintenance friend or are you a low maintenance friend?
Don't get emotional if you and me are friends and I don't speak to you for a period of time and nothing happened. Sometimes I get busy, I get creative, and I may not speak to somebody for a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, and it's not personal. We didn't even have a problem. If I don't speak to you and we don't have a problem, we still don't have a problem.
Shout out
You
Cam
got
and Mace.
things to do, I got things to do. Time will permit and we will speak to each other or be next to each other and go get a drink. You come fuck around the crib, I come back to New York. It is not personal. If we didn't have a problem, do not take me not speaking to you, or us, let me not even say not speaking to you, us not speaking as a problem, because that's not what my intentions are. I just get busy, and I'm pretty sure that you have. Don't get emotional if I don't speak.
So there you have
you
it.
and me
There
are
you have
friends.
it. Are you a low maintenance friend or are you a high maintenance friend? And be truthful. Be honest. Be honest. You know? Me personally, I'm about as low maintenance as they come. Almost to a point where I feel guilty sometimes. You know, I have really good friends who I have not talked to in months. I have really good friends who I haven't talked to in over a year. Some people even over 2 years, maybe 3 years, right? Life be lifing sometimes, you know? I want you to think about that person, that friend that you haven't talked to in a little while, right? You think about them sometimes, you know, you guys are on great terms, if you hit them up today, it would be all love, but you just haven't talked in a while. What I want you to do this weekend is I want you to be intentional about hitting up that person, whoever that may be. Okay? And just get it off your chest that you're thinking about them. That can drastically change somebody's day. I mean, you don't even know what that can do for somebody. Just random text or random call from a friend. Hey, I was thinking about you. You know, I know our friendship has been very low maintenance lately, but I was thinking about you. Hit that person up today. It's the weekend. It's Friday. I'm feeling good. Hopefully, you're feeling good too. Please do that for me. Do that for me because I'm going to do it as well. There's people I haven't talked to in a while who I've been meaning to hit up. I just haven't done it. Again, the whirlwind of life can really swoop all of us up. It's tough. I know. It's tough. But hit that person up, man. Hit that person up. Asmodeus says, nah, we good. Asmodeus, come on, man. Have a heart, Asmodeus. Have a heart. All of my friends are low maintenance as well, and then we pick right back up. Yeah, I've never understood, like, how can you be a friend to somebody, but then you're upset that they haven't hit you up in, X amount of months or years or whatever. It's like, I feel like you were never really friends if you let your relationship with somebody be affected by a lack of communication, knowing how hard life can be. If the last time I spoke to you, we were on good terms, there should be no reason, even if it's 2-3 years after, there should be no reason for us to not be on good terms. But some people move like that, though. Some people move like that. Some people move like, hey, like if you haven't talked to me in X amount of months, then look, you can lose my number. I'm deleting your number. I'm gonna unfollow you on Facebook and Instagram and social. You know what I mean? Like some people move like that, and I just, I pray for them because I feel like that's not a good way to foster your relationships in your life. If the relationships that you have with other people, like your friendships, if they're contingent upon or dependent upon, how often you guys talk, that's not really your friend. That's not really your friend. I'm gonna just say that. I intentionally isolate. I do too sometimes. I'm not even like, so when it comes to like introverts and extroverts. I am more of I'm like right in the middle. Like if I was an introvert, if I was a true introvert, I wouldn't have this podcast. I wouldn't have multiple podcasts where I get on here and I talk to you guys every day. I'm just extroverted enough to be able to do that, you know. Um, but again, guys, my main message here is that if you have somebody in your life who you haven't spoken to in a while, but you know that you guys are on good terms, like if you hit them up right now, it would be all love. Hit that person up. Hit that person up because you don't know what it would do for them, but I do know what it would do for you. It would definitely. It's a good feeling. I did it recently with one of my friends that I haven't talked to in a minute from college. I'm gonna do it again with another one of my friends who I haven't talked to in a minute. I see him on social media and stuff like that, but just haven't talked to him. But we used to have the greatest of times. You know, hit up your people, man. Hit up your people. Hit up your people, man. But all right. I think we're gonna go ahead and leave it there for this episode of the show. Again, appreciate all of y'all for coming through on this wonderful Friday. Could have been anywhere, but you chose to rock out here with us at Sutton Reactions. Please like the video, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We will be back next week with more Sutton Reactions episodes, more liminal horror, more messy topics, more fun topics, more serious topics as well. Again, if you do want to send me any topics, you know you can do that, right? You know you can do that. Look down below. You can send topics to my Twitter or Instagram at Sutton Def. Some of you guys do that already, and I appreciate you guys for doing so. But if you want to see me react to anything live here on the show, make sure you send me those DMs. My DMs are open on both platforms. All right, you guys, look, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Be safe. Hit up somebody you love. Tell somebody you love them. All right. And I'll catch you guys next week. Stay positive. Test negative. And never, ever, ever forget, even on the rainiest of days, you guys know what I'm going to say. Call God. Have a great weekend, y'all. Peace.